There is a video I'm about to play for you so that you hear what Chioma had to say about what her friends displayed on social media concerning the elections. Now, if Nigeria never happened to you, I can tell you that you will not know until Nigeria happens to you. Now, right now, some people are angry, sad, crying over the election. Some people are saying, "Ah, why are you crying? Don't stress yourself." Next 4 years na that same person go come cry come stress himself. The same thing that happened to Chioma and her friend Georgina, because 4 years ago Georgina cried talking about everything. Chioma told her you don't need to cry, you don't need to talk about it on your platform. See today now na Chioma dey shout. You guys remember how Chioma was shouting at her polling unit when things was, things were not going well and so on. You get the point. But you see today, her friend had to come out and say, "Oh, so you fit shout, and now you fit shout say something is wrong on polling unit and so on." Now it was just because her own friend shouted some years ago and she was telling her, "Oh, please don't post this on your platform." Just the way some YouTubers will keep saying, "Oh, I don't want to post on my platform, it's election, I don't want to post, people said I should not post. Oh, I posted, people told me to bring down the post because it's election." If Nigeria happened to you, because at a point when it don't happen to you, when it don't touch your heart, when it don't touch you for your deep down your heart, I don't know how to even say it, you no go know when e go come out. Now she be Chioma now. That time according to her polling unit was peaceful. Now peaceful. She came out. Now she came out for a good cause. All I can say is that maybe Georgina would have gone to Chioma's private chat and chatted that, just the way Chioma also chatted that privately. But anyways guys, just watch.
4 years ago, I think it was 23rd of February 2019, at the presidential election, almost the same thing that happened a few days ago happened. Might have been worse, but it was too much. Georgina had dedicated her page that period to posting everything that had to do with the elections. It was becoming too much, and everyone was on social media. People were reporting what was going on at their polling units, what was going on around their neighborhood. Everyone was just giving out information and all of that. And I had, because we followed each other at that time, I had seen all her posts and all of that, and they were becoming, to me, that's my opinion, they were becoming too much. So I slid into her DM and sent her a message. Now, before I tell you what I sent to Georgina, I'll tell you how our friendship was. I knew Georgina from our very humble beginnings in Nollywood. We were friends. She came to my house. I don't remember, because she lived in Badagry then, I don't remember going to her house, but she was always at my place whenever she could. She was like family. She was like my little sister. I'm older than she is anyway, and she was friends with my family. My mom, God rest her soul, and my siblings. We were that close. We're like sisters. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I did Georgina's makeup on her wedding day. Georgina bought her wedding gown where I bought my wedding gown. She replicated, quote unquote, my wedding, most of the things I did. Her wedding card, she replicated, as in it was my wedding card, she replicated everything. It was just the names, the dates, and every other thing, the colors that were different. She replicated everything. I was with her wedding and all of that. That's how close we were. Georgina had her first child 10 days before I had mine. And she came, even once I did my my first child's naming ceremony, she was there with all my other colleagues that came. I'm just trying to ramble, through it all to tell you how close Georgina and I were. So she relocated to the US with her kids, and stayed there. I remember she reached out to me to, come over and shoot a film with her. I don't remember how that thing went, but I ended up not being a part of the movie. And yeah, but we maintained a cordial relationship. I knew her sister and her brother. I patronized her sister in the market a few times, when I needed to buy stuff for my son and my daughter. So based on the relationship I shared with her, I slid into her DM. I said, "Georgina, I'm angry with you. You're posting too many things. Anybody that doesn't know anything about Nigeria that comes across your page would think that Nigeria is on fire. They're peaceful polling units. My polling unit was peaceful. Femi Adebayo had posted that his was peaceful. Saka had posted. Oni Michael has posted. I said, please, the one you've done is okay. I think I mentioned one or two of your posts are okay, but balance it out. They're trouble areas and they're peaceful areas, so that people would, that's the way I felt. I told her that you're a brand and people look up to you. Use your brand to, do good. albeit under the image of Nigeria. That is not so bad. At least my polling unit, and I was posting, people saw when the buses came, picked the ballot boxes, dropped the ballot boxes, took the youth corpus to, to the other polling units. And the conversation was back and forth and all of that. She was going on and on. She said, oh, so because some very privileged areas or something like that were peaceful, she should gloss over the whole thing. I said, no, I'm not saying you should say that whatever is peaceful. I'm saying balance your report. Just leave it to the bloggers and whoever that reports whatever to report. And, just do your own part and leave the rest. That I know by now you're a citizen and you're privileged. You don't know how it feels. You're Nigerian first, whatever be the case. And then she responded. I then went to her page. She called me names. I was shocked. I mean, like, it was as if it was someone else. Like, I was meeting her for the first time. She called me names, said all sorts and all of that. And I kept quiet because I just felt it was one of those things. Fast forward 4 years later. 25th of February, 2023. I'm trying to... Yeah, so I got up. It was... Everyone's gingered, new Nigeria, hope, change, let's do this and all of that. We went, posted. I remember that I met like 3 or 4 people that said they came, they were planning to come around 1, 2 to come and vote before, they could, but because they saw my post, they were gingered, they came out to other units and then to my own polling unit. So I was reporting what was happening, how people were still trying to gather themselves, set up and move to other places and then set up at our own polling unit. And then you guys know eventually what happened. It could have been reported. I could have been reported. It was just God, nothing else. Because they were ignoring people, they were beating people. They were hitting me. And the little boy who held my shirt up to my bra level exposed me. What if someone who had bottle or something or at me? I'm still trying to deal with the trauma that came with what happened that day. And so when I got to where I slept that day, someone sent me a message and drawing my attention to a post Georgina had made. Said so many things, calling me names again, that she was glad I experienced what happened. For whatever reason, I don't know what I did. So I was asking myself, what if something, God forbid, had happened to me? That would have been Georgina's obituary to me. Would have been how she would have reported to you guys. What would she have told you guys? So all of this aside, when she said what she said on her page 4 years ago, she kept insisting that, celebrities did this, blah, 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 collected money, campaigned for people and all of that. She was still insinuating. She was insinuating that I had probably collected money from a politician to campaign, and that's why I was telling her to report that the elections were peaceful, as against what I told her to do to balance her posts. The same thing, she insinuated the same thing again. I don't want to bore you guys with what happened, but my caption will say all of that. Sometimes the enemy, when they look, when they find, the fight, they pray, is usually within us. I'm still traumatized. Every minute of the day, I'm jittery. Someone knocks around me. I scream. I see things flying. I'm not able to sleep properly. But to have someone think this of me, say this of me, at this time, at this age, even if I said something bad or I did something bad 4 years ago, people change. She said that about me. I said I was going to address this, but I didn't know this was going to turn out this way. Most times our enemies are within. That's all I have to say. But Georgina has to come out and tell me who gave me money to report, to tell her to report that the elections were peaceful.